Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hudson Middle School soccer field today for the first Big Rivers Conference game of the year. Hudson High School will be facing the Rice Lake Warriors today. And Steve Solom, the coach of the Hudson High School boys, has got a pretty good group of kids gathered together this year. Should be a decent season. Last year they were able to make it to the sectional round of play, past the regionals and into the sectionals, and doing real well. You see in front of you there, number 2, Colton Prater, and number 10 is Santi Vergara. And they're going to be two of the younger, better players for Hudson. They're both playing up on top, as you see Prater pressuring the ball right away. Rice Lake with the ball on their left flank, tries to play it back, but pressured by number 24 there. That's Drew Osterhuis for the Raiders up on the right forward position. Big, strong kid. Osterhuis carries the ball out of bounds. They're going to give it to Rice Lake here. Throw in for Rice Lake is going to be number 11. That's Anthony Santana, midfielder for Rice Lake. No, he doesn't take the ball. 23, Logan Severson does. Colton Prater, number 2, the center forward, has it. Sends it out to Drew Osterhuis on the right forward position. And ball's out of bounds, goes to the Rice Lake Warriors for the throw in. Number 3, that's Logan Severson again for the Warriors. Nine for Hudson touching the ball, Sam Schultz in the midfield. Number 13 for Hudson is going to be Sean Mountain. No, Dylan Ferreira there. Number 8, the captain, senior captain for the Raiders, takes the throw in there. Colton Prater trying to chest the ball down, gets a left foot on it. It's sent to the left side of the goal there. First shot for the Hudson Raiders, taken by Colton Prater, the center midfielder, young freshman for the Hudson Raiders, playing under Coach Solom. That's going to be a corner off the goalkeeper there. Colton Prater, number 2, the young freshman, is going to take the corner kick for the Raiders here. Dylan Ferreira goes 2-on-1 with Prater. Ferreira gets the ball back to Colton. Colton chips the ball toward the goal, but it goes out of bounds to the left side of the goal. And that'll be a free kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. 0-0 for the Rice Lake Warriors in goal is Seth Krasinski, junior for the Warriors. Krasinski sends the ball and up into play. Ferreira back for the Raiders, gets control of the ball. Good turn by Dylan. He joins in the attack. This time he moves up along with Prater. Prater trying to get the ball up on top, sends it a little too far. Kaczynski for Rice Lake gathers that in and readies to punt the ball, and does. Headed there by Sam Schultz. Up to the right flank, out toward Drew Osterhuis. Rice Lake sends the ball up to their left wing, but it goes out of bounds. There's Coach Kyle Flanagan with the Grizzly Adams style beard, along with Coach Solom there. Throw in to Ferreira. Ferreira gets it back out to the right side. Touch back to the right D there, number 15. That's Alex Lean for the Raiders. Rice Lake sends the ball out of bounds. Drew Osterhuis, number 24. You can see on the wet pavement there, goes and gets the ball. Drew Osterhuis drying the ball off there. Trying to get more tack for a good throw in. He's going to take a good run here and lofts the ball toward the box area there. The ball goes into the box. Trying to clear for Rice Lake. They don't get it out of there. Chase Blackman with the ball now. Turns, gets a right-footed shot off toward the goal there. Rice Lake defends, trying to clear it, not doing a good job of clearing there. Colton Prater slide tackles, wins the ball, gets it over to the outside there. Number 6, that's Cole Little for the Raiders. And Rice Lake sends that ball out of bounds over the head of Santi Vergara there. Santi, number 10, with the ball, is going to throw that in. Again, trying to dry the ball off there and get a better throw in. Santi takes the throw in there to Prater, number 2. Prater tries to go through the defense, doesn't get by. Rice Lake sends the ball up to their right flank, goes all the way back to Dylan Ferreira. And number 15 there again, Alex Lean with the ball. Number 9 now with the ball. is Sam Schultz for the Raiders, trying to get it up toward Chase Blackman in the center. Chase is on the top of the box there, sends the ball to the middle. Shot from the midfield there, doesn't get through. Number 11 for the Raiders, Griff Zacharias, is in back there. He gets it out to number 13, Sean Mountain. Sean Mountain sends the ball in, goes a little too far past Santi Vergara, and the ball goes out of bounds. That should be a goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. And Krasinski sends the ball up, intercepted by the Raiders, pushing it forward, but the Warriors do get a foot on the ball, try to clear it out there, back to the Hudson back line, back up to the midfields there, out to the outside. Sean Mountain with the ball right now, sends it back to the middle there. That's number 9 for Hudson, Sam Schultz with the ball. Sam gets the ball up into the left flank there. Santi Vergara trying to run it down on the left side, tries to get it past Rice Lake, and Rice Lake just bangs it out of bounds. That's number 8, Brandon Hover, defender for the Rice Lake Warriors, sends the ball out of bounds. Number 6, Cole Little, walking toward the ball. Throw-in's going to be taken by Drew Osterhaus here. Drew, bigger, stronger kid's going to try to throw that ball into the box. And does, gets it to the edge of the box, headed by Santi, then Blackman. Ball's down, Prater's got the first shot. Oh, trying to load up, can't quite get there. Number 11 for Hudson, Griff Zacharias, is in the mix too there. Blackman competing for the ball. Ball goes out of bounds off Rice Lake. It's going to be a Hudson throw-in. Chase Blackman, number 5, with the quick start. Tries to get the ball in to Drew Osterhaus. Rice Lake wins a ball in open space, sends it to the back line there. Dylan Ferrara asking why you didn't play me on that one instead of sending it back to the keeper. A couple of young defenders for Hudson back there. Rice Lake takes the throw in down their left flank. Whistle on the play, foul committed. It's going to be a free kick for Rice Lake. In their attacking third here, could be a dangerous position. Setting the ball down for the free kick. That's number 6 for Rice Lake, and that's Jacob Tomish. Tomish with the ball, lifts it up with the right foot into the box area, center of the box. Hudson defends well, and the ball comes outside. Prater puts that ball up on top again. Drew Osterhaus trying to get it to Blackman there. Rice Lake sends the ball to the center of the field there. Could be dangerous with Hudson midfielders, but Colton Prater, number 2, battling there with number 23, Logan Severson for Rice Lake. 15 for Hudson wins the ball. That's Alex Lean. Gets it to Ferreira. Ferreira, one of the captains for the Raiders, tries to stretch the field with a long ball up to the right area there. Griff Zacharias with the ball, gets it back to Blackman in the center area there, top of the box. Looking for someone in the center. Sends it to Sam Schultz, who gets it up forward to Osterhaus, but it's grabbed there by Seth Krasinski, the goalkeeper for Rice Lake. He'll punt that ball away. Ball comes into the Hudson goalkeeper, Jack Gallagher, number 12 there. Jack is a senior goalkeeper for the Hudson Raiders. Gallagher with the ball for his first punt of the day, and he gets it off. Goes well past midfield. Good punt by Gallagher, headed by the Rice Lake midfielder. Number 9 for Hudson, Sam Schultz, had the ball. Dispossessed there by number 3 for Rice Lake. That's Caden Abbey. Cole Little with the ball back. Gets it up to number 11, Griff Zacharias. Over onto the right side to Sean Mountain. Sean Mountain gets that ball up on top to Chase Blackman. Chase chips the ball up, trying to get it for Santi Vergara, but goalkeeper Seth Krasinski made a good stop on that play. Good run by Santi on that ball, and good ball by Mountain to send that up. Good slotted ball. Rice Lake with the ball in the midfield now, being hounded by number 9 for Hudson, Sam Schultz, along with Colton Prater, number 2. Hudson's pretty relentless so far on the ball, really not letting Rice Lake get anything set up at all. Mountain plays it back to the keeper there. Jack Gallagher comes out, kind of a mistouch there, puts the ball on the ground, gives him another opportunity. Gallagher won't do that twice, as Dillon's telling him to calm down there. Gallagher got a little bit excited there, tried to knock the ball out there. Got a poor touch on the ball, went right back for another shot on him. Number 10 there for Hudson again is Santi Vergara getting the ball in the midfield area. Rice Lake sends it up to their right flank. Into open space, into the corner. Dylan Ferreira trying to get the ball there, win the ball. He's going against number 3, Caden Abbey from Rice Lake. Dylan maneuvers around Abbey, sends the ball with a little give and go there. Oh, and his own player there shot him in the back. Number 10, Vergara, trying to get the ball upfield, hit Dylan Ferreira right in the back. Here's Sam Schultz for the Raiders on the left flank there, trying to get it up on top, sends it a little too far. Number 8 for Rice Lake, Brandon Hover with the ball, and Brandon just sends it out of bounds. You know, Rice Lake seems to be one of those teams with the less skilled players. They'll just bang that ball out of bounds just to get some relief. Colton Prater, number 2 for the Raiders, chips a nice ball to Drew Osterhaus. Oh, it's a great assist and a header for the goal by Drew Osterhaus. Colton Prater with an outstanding cross, and here we are 10 minutes and 23 seconds into the first period. Hudson takes a 1-0 lead. Outstanding assist by Colton Prater, the young freshman for Hudson. I've seen that kid play for a few years, and Colton Prater could have probably played on the high school team as a 7th and 8th grader. He has that kind of foot skills, and as a freshman, he's doing really well mixing in with the upperclassmen of the Hudson Raiders. Not to be undone, though, from the assist, Drew Osterhaus with an outstanding header into the goal. Nice angled header into the goal for the first goal for the Hudson Raiders. Rice Lake kicks the ball off. They've got the ball back in their midfield. Hudson intercepts. Colton Prater uses the Rice Lake defender, number 7, Hunter Holmes, and Hudson will take the throw in there. Comes to Sam Schultz, back to Prater. Prater with the ball. Good ball skills again. Another good effort trying to get the ball to Osterhaus, but intercepted by the center back for Rice Lake. There's Hudson, who wins this ball again, trying to get it to the midfield and up on top. Prater dribbling with the ball, sends it to Vergara in the middle. Vergara gets a nice lifted ball, but just about 3 feet over the net there. Seth Kurzinski, the goalkeeper for the Rice Lake Warriors, is going to end up with a goal kick here. Well short of the half. Colton Prater heads that ball back to Vergara up on top. Vergara tries to head it to Blackman and does. Blackman gets it to his feet, maneuvers around. Blackman gets a shot off goal, goes about 5 or 6 feet over the net this time. The Raiders getting plenty of offensive opportunities here as Krasinski takes a swig of water and gets back to handing the ball to a teammate there. Number 8, Brandon Hover, is going to be the defender who's going to take this goal kick for the Warriors. Hover takes the kick, goes up and to the left flank, but Hudson heads that ball back in. Hudson, great job playing the ball in the air today. Blackman getting the ball to Colton Prater, number 2. Prater thinking about where to go with that, goes to Vergara. Vergara with the ball gets dispossessed. Number 12 is Griffin Lorenz for the Rice Lake Warriors. Dispossessed Vergara, sends the ball to their right flank on attack. Dylan Ferrara wheels around, brings the ball to the back, sends it back to number 15 for Hudson, Alex Lean. Another one of the defenders. Lean gets it over to Mountain, back to Lean, back to Mountain. Actually up into the midfield there, that's the number 11, Griff Zacharias. Mountain has the ball again, going to Zacharias. Zacharias, another one of the team captains who's suffered a little bit from injuries in the past. This will be the first time for a lot of people seeing Griff Zacharias playing for the Hudson Raiders. Had some devastating injuries over the last few years. Hudson heading the ball up there. Shanti mistouched it there. Ball goes out of bounds. And he kicks the ball to the Rice Lake Warrior player. Number 9 there, Sam Schultz, battling for the ball, gets it back to his defensive player. Ball goes off. Ashanti Vergara again out of bounds. Going to be a throw in for number 12, Griffin Lorenz for the Rice Lake Warriors. Ball's won by Hudson again. Santi Vergara gets the ball up to the middle there to Chase Blackman. Got a little bit of space, one player to beat. Gets in, mixed in with another defender there. Blackman battling hard, and the defender just bangs the ball out of bounds. Number 8, Brandon Hover again under pressure. Well, and maybe that's why too. Actually, his shoe came off. See him fixing his shoe there. Santi Vergara to take the throw in for the Raiders outside the box there. Gets the ball down to Colton Prater. Colton Prater trying to turn and does. Gets it open space to the middle. Crosses the ball to the right side, and there's Sean Mountain, but it goes out the end line for the Warriors, and that'll be a goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors again. Krasinski boots the ball back up to Brandon Hover. Brandon Hover, number 8, will take that kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. Krasinski and Hover have had a lot of work for Rice Lake. That's not a good thing for your team when your defender and goalkeeper are the busiest players on the field. Ball's up in the air, back down onto the turf with Colton Prater, number 2. You can see his speed. Boy, good slotted ball trying to get it to Blackman. Blackman slips at the top of the box. Rice Lake gets a foot on it, tries to clear. Hudson in possession again. Prater with a quick turn, tries to chip it up, and it goes over the bar. Goalkeeper Krasinski touches that bar, taps it, and lets it go over, knowing it's going to be out of bounds. Gets another ball from one of the ball kids there, rolls it over to Brandon Hover, and the 2 busiest guys for the Rice Lake Warriors are at it again. Krasinski to Hover, Hover to Krasinski, back and forth. Goalkeeper and defender are pretty busy back there. Hover gets the ball up, well short of the half again, but headed over the half line there by Rice Lake. Nice touch by Rice Lake trying to get the ball up and out, and it hits one of the Rice Lake players in the back and goes out of bounds. Dylan Ferrara, captain number 8 for the Hudson Raiders, takes that throw. Dylan was one of the managers for the Hudson High School girls team this year that I had the pleasure of coaching. This is John Knutson reporting for the Hudson Raiders here, doing your game today for you. Chuck Bublitz is one of the normal announcers or regular announcers and was unable to make it in this week, so you have to put up with me. Number 12 for the Rice Lake Warriors is Griffin Lorenz taking that throw. Long ball to the middle. Gets it over to number 3, Logan Severson. Severson gets it to the left flank there. Coming in the middle is number 12 again. Griffin Lorenz gets the ball back. Hudson takes over. Santi Vergara sends the ball up to Chase Blackman. One player to beat for Rice Lake, and he does win the ball from number 15, Austin Villalpando. There's Colton Prater with a shot right to the goalkeeper. A little shaky there. Seth Krasinski gave up a little bit of a rebound, but caught it on the second bounce there. And Krasinski to punt the ball away. Raiders putting a great deal of pressure on Rice Lake today. This is easily going to be probably a 3-0 game today, folks, if not more. Sam Schultz sends the ball up to the left side. Not enough on the ball from Vergara, but it is won back by Hudson. Number 6 for the Raiders is Cole Little. Cole has the ball but gets dispossessed. Ball gets touched up by Rice Lake. Dylan Ferrara has the ball with a quick turn there, dribbling the ball. Dylan trying to start the attack and does. Gets the ball up to number 11 for the Raiders is Griff Zacharias again. Zacharias doesn't have enough on the ball to get it to Colton Prater. Rice Lake takes it over. Zacharias does a nice job winning the ball back, but then gives it right up again. Colton Prater with a slide tackle. He's going to get called for that, and Rice Lake is going to have a free kick from the spot of the foul there. And you see the center ref talking to Colton Prater and telling him not to go cleats up on the opponent. It's a good call by the referee, who has a pretty good control of this game right now. Number 21 for the Rice Lake Warriors is Ian Pongratz, is going to take this free kick for the Warriors. Ball is placed down. He's approaching the ball, sends it up and in toward the top of the box there. Headed out by Hudson, gets it over. Oh, there's a whistle on the play there. Let's see what they called here. Obviously a foul called. Let's see who it's on and what they're calling here. Calls on Sam Schultz at the top of the arc there, just on top of the box. The referee's calling Sam Schultz over. He might be giving him a card. Okay. Looked like Schultz wanted to keep talking about it, and that's not a good thing to do with the referee. Here is the Rice Lake Warriors with a good opportunity here. They send a low ball right into the wall, and Hudson blocks the ball. Good firm wall by Hudson with about 5 players standing there. Really well done by Hudson to not allow anything to come of that. Ball gets kicked out of bounds. I think that's going to be a goal kick for the Hudson Raiders, and it is. And Dylan Ferrara is going to set it down for the first goal kick of the night for the Hudson Raiders. Already midway through the first half here, and Hudson hasn't had to even take a goal kick. You see Dylan Ferrara giving a high five to Gallagher there for a well-played game so far. Not a lot of pressure on the defense for Hudson or the goalkeeper. Gallagher hasn't had to make any spectacular saves. Ferrara gets the ball to the right flank there, up near midfield, but it's intercepted, bodied by Rice Lake, and then carried out of bounds on the second touch there. Hudson takes the throw in here. Ball goes to Colton Prater. It goes off of Rice Lake. It's going to be another throw in for Hudson here. See Mike Renfro, the athletic trainer, on the side there with barefoot Kyle Flanagan. He's kind of a renaissance man. Most of the kids who he teaches love the guy. I think they like that beard and bow tie thing. Hudson sends the ball up to the right flank. Rice Lake just bangs it out of bounds. Hudson will take the throw in there. Sean Mountain takes the throw in for the Raiders. It's headed out of bounds by Rice Lake, and Hudson will take yet another throw in here. Number 13, Sean Mountain, the senior, going to take this throw for the Raiders and does. Touch header there, try to get it to Blackman. Blackman gets it to Prater, back to Blackman. Blackman on the right flank gets a shot and just goes to the right of the post for a goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. Good bit of action there. Colton Prater to Chase Blackman. Those two are going to be quite capable this year. First goal for Hudson was an assist from Prater to Osterhuis, and Osterhuis, Prater, Blackman, all those guys are creating opportunities for each other for the Hudson Raiders today. Rice Lake kicks the ball out of bounds, and Sean Mountain's going to take this throw in again. Rice Lake kicks the ball out of bounds again. Sean Mountain's going to pass this one on and going to give number 15 for the Raiders, Alex Lean, an opportunity to take the throw-in. Throw-in goes back to Dylan Ferreira. Dylan with pretty good foot skills back there. Dylan does a nice job keeping the ball where he wants it. Left foots it up toward Blackman there. It's intercepted by Rice Lake Warriors. Colton Prater comes onto the ball, flicks it over to number 6 for Hudson. It's Cole Little. Rice Lake gets a touch, whacks it out of bounds again. You can see Hudson does a nice job of controlling the ball, and Rice Lake tends to just get a little excited and knock the ball out of bounds to get some relief. Ferreira with the throw up the sideline there, dropped by a nice chest drop by Colton Prater with the ball. He turns with the ball, maintains possession, goes by another Rice Lake Warrior, slots the ball to Chase Blackman on top of the box. Blackman trying to maintain composure with his feet, sends the ball back over to number 11, Griffin Zacharias. Zacharias trying to get it outside and can't because of the pressure. Sends it back to number 15 for the Raiders there, and Alex Lean sends the ball out of bounds uncharacteristically. I think it is meant for a teammate, just didn't quite connect. Number 6 for Rice Lake is Jacob Tomish. Tomish sends the ball into number 23, Logan Severson for the Warriors. Gets it up to number 3, that's Caden Abbey. Not much control of the ball there by Rice Lake, though. The ball's in the midfield area there. Osterhuis wins it. Gets it back to the defense for Hudson. They send it back up to number 5, Blackman. Blackman tries to get it over. That's number 18 for the Hudson Raiders. That's Zach Biederman in for the first time here. Rice Lake sends the ball back up toward the top of their forwards into the Hudson defensive third. Rice Lake's got a little bit of a run here. And goalkeeper Jack Gallagher, boy, that was dangerous. Number 6, Cole Little trying to control the ball there. And the ball got by the player and the defender and came in on goal. And Jack Gallagher, the goalkeeper for Hudson, was probably not in the best of positions there. That's why you see Dylan Ferreira kind of coaching him up back there on how he should be playing that ball. That was a real dangerous situation. It didn't look like there was much there, and Hudson turned it into a dangerous situation on how they defended that. Dylan Ferreira is going to take the goal kick here for the Raiders. Ball goes up near midfield. Good ball to Prater. Prater with great control on getting it down to his feet. Tries to chip it up. Intercepted by Rice Lake. Rice Lake maintains possession of the ball here on the right flank. They get it up to their attacking third. Dylan Ferreira intercepts the pass and starts the counterattack for Hudson. Good back tap by Ferreira there. Sends it up with a left-footed chip to Blackman. Blackman can't control, but Osterhaus is there, and Rice Lake runs on, wins that ball. You can see Rice Lake's offensive attack consists of dump and run. They basically are going to send that long ball and hope, where Hudson's doing a pretty good job of combining with their passes in starting their counter attack that's been pretty productive. Hudson with the ball again. Chase Blackman, number 5. Left foots that ball up to Osterhuis. Osterhuis back to Colton Prater. Colton Prater chips the ball here. It goes to the goalkeeper and out of bounds. That's going to be a corner kick for the Hudson Raiders. Good shot by Prater. Good turn and fire. And Prater sends the ball to the goal, and Seth Krasinski for the Warriors touches the ball past the end line, and that's going to be a corner kick for the Raiders. And Colton Prater, boy, he's using every millimeter of that line where the ball's on the outside of the arc there. Get a little more room, and Prater does a nice chip across the face of the goal. It's headed out by Rice Lake, dropped down by Blackman. Blackman has an opportunity, gets it over to Biederman, but Biederman with a poor pass there just connects with Rice Lake in the middle, who clears it out. Hudson, Mountain with the ball back, sends it up on top. Blackman has the ball. Left foot to right, gets it over to the right side, and a right-footed shot gets off, and it goes past the right side of the goal there and blows by Krasinski, the goalkeeper. Pretty good pace on Blackman's shot. Blackman, excellent hockey player, big, strong kid. Put some mustard on that ball, but it flew about 3 to 4 yards to the right side of the goal. Here's number 8 again, Brandon Hover for Rice Lake, taking the goal kick. That ball goes towards the center line there. It's touched up, but Rice Lake's forwards, when they send it up, there's nobody further forward than that. Oh, Dylan Ferreira gets dispossessed by number 7. That's Hunter Holmes. Holmes with a nice bit of action there. Number 9 with the ball is Zach Buckley for Rice Lake. Haven't heard his name much. Number 3 for Rice Lake is Caden Abbey. Gets the ball back, sends a shot into goal there, and there's, Jack Gallagher dove and missed the ball. The ball cleanly came across to Sean Mountain, who cleared that ball out of there. Gallagher, again, maybe did not see that ball as well as he should have as that shot was coming in. Colton Prater chips the ball up to Drew Osterhaus. Drew Osterhaus on the left side there for the Raiders. Dribbles the ball past that right defender for Rice Lake, sends it over to Prater. Prater with the ball and a shot, and the ball goes into the net. Drew Osterhaus assists the ball. You see Seth Krasinski for Rice Lake pounding his fist into the ground at the 25-52 mark. The Raiders take a 2-0 lead on the Rice Lake Warriors. That was a good ball won by Drew Osterhaus up in the upper left corner there. Sends the ball back out to Prater in the center midfield spot. Prater just pulled a tough angle shot on the goalkeeper, who was caught out of position, and scored the goal. So Prater making his presence known with an assist to Osterhuis, and they just switched the order of that, and Osterhuis assisted Prater for the second goal of the game. So those guys each have 1 goal, 1 assist on the day. Prater gets the ball to Santi Vergara. Santi tries to get it up to number 24, Drew Osterhuis for the Raiders, and the ball dribbles into Seth Krasinski, the Warrior goalkeeper. He'll punt the ball away, and does. Ball's touched by the Raiders over to Griff Zacharias. Gets it out to Sean Mountain, number 13 for the Raiders. Mountain gets the ball up to the right flank there. Back to Zacharias. Zacharias over to number 9 for the Raiders, Sam Schultz. So Schultz to Mountain. Mountain tries to get it past the Warriors. Ball goes out of bounds off the Warriors, and Sean Mountain's going to take the throw here for the Hudson Raiders, and does. Ball's touched on the right foot by the Warriors, but it comes back to Sam Schultz. Sam Schultz gets it over to Cole Little, and Cole has the ball on the left side there. Gets the ball to the center to Chase Blackman. Blackman with the bat tap, maintains possession, sends the ball back to the middle to Prater. Prater out to Blackman. Blackman gets a shot, goes off a Rice Lake body and up and out. That should be a goal or a corner kick, folks. Let's see what they're going to call here. They do. It is a corner. Hudson sets up to take this corner kick here. Prater, the young freshman, gets the responsibility of taking corner kicks for Coach Solom and the Hudson Raider team. He's in a little bit of a hole there. Does a nice job getting it out. It's punched out by the goalkeeper. The ball sits on the top of the box. Dangerous position here. Boy, the goalkeeper just tried to punch that ball away instead of grabbing it. which gave Hudson another opportunity to get a shot. But the second shot went wide to the left of the post, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. Brandon Hover here with the goal kick. Short of the half, Colton Prater heads it back in. Blackman touches it out to the left side there, but that's going to be a little too far for Vergara, and the ball is going to go out of bounds. It'll be another goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. Ian Pongratz runs that ball over to the opposite side. Rather take the kick there. Goal kicks up and away. That one's got some height and some distance there, and it approaches midfield. Rice Lake did win the ball. That could have been a handball there on the shoulder. Let's see if they made that call properly. And I believe they did. Hudson will take the free kick at the spot of the handball there. Chase Blackman sets the ball down. Blackman, with great length to his game, should send this ball up and into the box area for the Raiders if I have my thoughts right here. And Blackman does. Top of the box. It's headed out by Rice Lake. Let's see who's over there for the Raiders on the left flank. Vergara's over there. Ball goes out of bounds off the header. Vergara takes the throw in. Gets it to Cole Little. Cole Little and Vergara there on the right side. Tries to get a ball into the center. Rice Lake kicks it out. Number 11, Griffin Zacharias, sends the ball over there to Prater, I think that is. I think that was Prater number, no, that's Prater there. Sorry, it might have been Dylan Ferreira that took that kick with the right foot. Puts it up and over the net, and that'll be another goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. Number 21, Ian Pongratz, is going to take this goal kick. Pongratz has significantly more length than some of the goalkeeper, Krasinski and Hover, have had. So there's Coach Solom grabbing the ball, doing the favor to the Rice Lake team member there. They throw the ball back into the field. It's going to be a free kick at the spot of the foul there. Pongratz is going to take this kick again. Got great height and distance on his ball there. It's headed out by the Raiders. Number 11 for Rice Lake, Anthony Santana, sends the ball up, but it goes back to the right D for Hudson. Blackman with the ball, sends a long ball up to Vergara. See if he can get there. Santi with the ball, number 10 for the Hudson Raiders. Tries to get the shot off, and it does. Nice slide tackle by number 15. That's Austin Villalpando. For the Rice Lake Warriors, Santi tried to get that left-footed shot off, and a slide tackle by Villalpando touched that ball out of bounds. It's going to be another Hudson corner kick here. Good bit of defending there by Rice Lake to catch up on that ball. Santi probably could have got a touch on that ball more centered to the goal there and got that off, but he let the ball run and was approaching kind of a bad angle, working himself out of the shot anyway. So here is the corner. Nice chip by Colton Prater. It's headed out by Rice Lake. Hudson's number 13, Sean Mountain, lifts it back in with the left foot into the box area there. Drew Osterhaus, 24, retrieves it. Gets the ball out to the right side flank there. It's Mountain, and Dylan Ferreira chips that ball in. It's headed by Griff Zacharias, but out of bounds. Zacharias trying to get the header directionally over to Drew Osterhaus, and didn't quite execute as well as he wanted to. Pongratz will take this kick again for the Warriors.
Michael Vero and number 5, Isaac Schuler.
Still in the first half here, folks. 2-0 Hudson Raiders. Goals by Osterhaus from a assist by Colton Prater, and the second goal was Colton Prater with an assist from Drew Osterhaus. So a goal and assist apiece for those two guys, and Hudson dominating control of play here today. Rice Lake tries to send the ball up to their top, well defended by Hudson, headed to the midfield, where Sam Schultz tries to chip a little ball. Chase Blackman has the ball now, gets it out to the right side, switching fields there, and Sean Mountain gets it back to Blackman. Blackman hustles to win the ball, tries to send a slotted ball up to the center. Colton Prater trying to get a left foot on this one. Prater sends the ball back. Cole Little has the ball, sends it to His teammate in the center, Cole Little with the ball, gets dispossessed there by Hudson. Griff Zacharias bounces shoulder to shoulder, knocks the Rice Lake Warrior off the ball. Ferreira over to Mountain. Mountain up to Osterhuis on the right side. See if Osterhuis can lift one in. Tries to lift one in, goes off the Rice Lake Warrior and out of bounds. It'll be the throw in for the Hudson Raiders. And you see the AR in the center ref pointing to bring the subs in. We'll see who comes in for the Hudson Raiders. Drew Osterhuis is either 9 months pregnant or drying a soccer ball. One of the two. He is drying a soccer ball. There he is. Drew Osterhuis, big strong kid. That ball's going to go in the box area. Here comes the throw into the box. Tries to get touched out by Rice Lake. Can't quite get it there. Number 9 for Hudson is Sam Schultz again up on the top. Had some control there. Goes back. Sam Schultz drops the ball again. Keeps it at his feet. A good little touch. There's number 18 for Hudson, Zach Biederman again. Santi Vergara, number 10. Oh, it's a good slide tackle there by Bill and Hondo. Sean Mountain with the ball back to Colton Prater. Prater trying to get some space there. Sends it out to the right flank. Shot there comes from Blackman. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Raider ball again. Ball's flicked by Prater with a little heel flick, trying to get it up to the top there. Dylan Farrar, number 8, senior captain, slips on the wet grass there. Sends the ball back to the right side there. Alex Lean for the Raiders tries to get the ball up to the right side and does. Osterhuis trying to beat that last defender. Osterhuis still maintained the ball, tries to slide it through. Boy, dangerous play. All we needed was Vergara to step forward and knock that ball in, and we'd been up 3-0. Hudson sends the ball up and over the goal there. Osterhuis with a nice little play inside the goal box area there, the 6-yard line, and slid a ball across the goal face there, but Vergara must have been a little too far away to make a play on that. And the defender for Rice Lake just cleared the ball out, not well, but Hudson had a couple opportunities after. Here we are again, number 21, Ian Pongratz taking the goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. Pongratz lifts the ball up towards the center line there, goes past the half. Number 9 for Rice Lake, Zach Buckley trying to maintain possession there. Buckley does. Number 4 for Rice Lake, haven't mentioned his name, that's Michael Burley. Had control for about a half a nanosecond, and Hudson won the ball back. Osterhuis with a push there. Be surprised if they don't call that, and they did. It's going to be a penalty kick, or free kick, I should say, from the penalty. So number 21, Pongratz, going to take that free kick for Rice Lake and does. Sends the ball up to their left flank. And again, ball goes out of bounds. That should be a throw in for the Hudson Raiders. Ball goes back to Ferrara, center back for the Hudson Raiders. Dylan, one of the better foot handlers you'll see in high school soccer. Sends the ball out there to Alex Lean on the right. He gets the ball to Blackman. Blackman pauses, good composure. Sends the ball back to Ferreira in the center. Ferreira starting the attack, tries to get it to the midfield and does. Gets it to Griff Zacharias, over to Mountain. Mountain gets the ball on the left flank to Vergara. Santi having a little bit of a tough time today maintaining possession of the ball today. Number 3 for Rice Lake, again, is Caden Abbey. He's going to be taking the throw in here. Poor throw at that. Ball goes to the back there. Jack Gallagher a little casual on coming out for that ball, Jack. Dylan Ferrara is there, and Dylan should have been communicating too for Gallagher to grab that ball and be able to punt it away. Instead, Dylan Ferrara had to touch it away under pressure. You can see the water puddle there and drips coming down, so it's been drizzling all night here. Number 12 is Griffin Lorenz for Rice Lake. Throws it in. Balls is sitting on the top of the goal line there. Again, Gallagher, you got to dive for that thing. He's got to have his teammate in front of him tell him to drop on that ball. Gallagher with the ball and going to punt it away and does. Headed back by Rice Lake. Blackman has the ball now, sends the ball upfield. Touched out of bounds by Rice Lake. Osterhus going to take this throw. Going to set it down now, let a defender throw it. Midfielder Blackman actually will take this throw. Throws it to Sam Schultz, number 9, the center midfielder for Hudson. Schultz with a left-footed chip up, trying to get it up on top there. Here's Colton Prater. Pressuring the ball. Ball gets up on top. Dylan Ferrara splits defenders. Gets the ball to Blackman, who gets it back to Lean, who gets it to the outside. Ball is sent up this time, up to the center there. It's intercepted by Rice Lake and just cleared big again. So number 15, Alex Lean after the ball there. Gallagher's out on the ball. Right in the corner of the box. He distributes to Dylan. That's a good move by Jack Gallagher there. Ferreira gets the ball out to Sean Mountain. Sean Mountain now playing the left side for Hudson. Sends it up to Santi Vergara. Santi's got some room on the left flank there, trying to beat him with speed. Lifts the left-footed ball in right to the goalkeeper, Seth Krasinski. That's an easy ball for Seth Krasinski to be able to haul in and punt away. Blackman with the ball back to the center to Colton Prater again. Prater gets the ball up to Griffin Zacharias, gets it back to Prater here. Prater gets cut down in the middle by the Rice Lake Warrior, number 12. They're going to call a foul on that. Looked like a decent non-call play, but both players playing the ball. I've always said, just because a player falls down doesn't mean there's a foul. But yeah, they're going to give Hudson the free kick here, and Dylan Ferreira is going to take that free kick as Rice Lake tries assembling a wall here. See Chase Blackman and Dylan Ferreira on the ball. Looks like Ferreira has the intentions of hitting it. Here comes Ferreira with the left foot. Right to the goalkeeper, Seth Krasinski. Nobody quick enough up on top to be able to get that rebound before Krasinski did. Ready to punt the ball, and he does. Hudson with the ball. Sam Schultz now trying to get it up the left side to Santi again. Santi trying to get a touch. Rice Lake's number 15, Austin Villalpando, wins that ball again. Colton Prater does get the ball back. Gets it over to the left side there to number 9, Sam Schultz. And Sam chips one up right to Seth Krasinski, the goalkeeper, who grabs it, brings it in, and gets ready to punt away. Prater with the ball for the Raiders, plays it over to the right side there to Blackman. Blackman, long chip ball up to the top side there. And there's Santi Vergara. Santi with a right-footed shot, can't get it on the net there. It's deflected, I think, by the Warriors. And Osterhus trying to win a ball here, number 12. Oh, it's a nice touch by Osterhus. They're gonna give a free kick probably from behind on Osterhus to that play. That actually looked like a looked like a pretty good play by Astor, who's getting all ball to begin with, but the player fell down after, and referee's probably calling the follow through on that, being a little aggressive on Osterhus's part. Rice Lake takes the free kick, sends it up to their left flank. They still have possession of the ball temporarily here. That won't last long, though, I'm sure. Sam Schultz in pursuit of number 12 for Rice Lake. Griffin Lorenz loses the ball. Mountain gets it back to Colton Prater. Colton with a right foot chip up to the left side there to Vergara. Santi can run it down. Santi's on the ball now, one defender to beat. Cuts it back toward the end line there, sends the ball across the goal face there. Nobody from Hudson coming in on that ball. That was a good ball by Santi Vergara sent in there. If we would have had somebody in the center charging in that ball aggressively, we might have had that. Ball gets knocked out the end line. It's going to be another corner kick for the Hudson Raiders.
In for Hudson, number 20, Tristan Meyer. And number 6, Cole Little.
Prater with this ball. Looks like he's going to go short with Dylan. 2-on-1. Dillon gets the ball out. Chase Blackman gets a chance for a shot there. Bounces off the shins of the Rice Lake Warrior, and Hudson's going to take the throw in here. Colton Prater with the throw in to Dylan Ferrara. Ferrara playing up on top like a left forward now. Ball gets sent out of bounds by Rice Lake. Hudson will take the throw in again. Looks like Ferrara is heading back to his regular spot there. Sam Schultz with the throw in for the Raiders. Back to Cole. Cole gets a turn on the ball. Trying to get the ball up to Sam Schultz, and does. Schultz to Prater. Prater up at the top of the box. Prater with a shot off the hip of the Rice Lake Warrior. And then touched out. It's chested down by Chase Blackman, maintaining possession of the ball. Tries to get it out to the right side there. That's number 20 for the Hudson Raiders, Tristan Byer, who's in for his first action of the night. Raiders send the ball up and in, a little too far. Goes to the goalkeeper, Seth Krasinski, for the Warriors, who will punt this away. Headed down by Schultz. Prater battling for the ball there with number 23, Logan Severson of Rice Lake. Now number 6, Jacob Tomish, battling for the ball. And number 20 goes down for Hudson. That's Tristan Byer. Hudson's going to get the free kick on that foul by Rice Lake. And Chase Blackman, number 5, is setting up to take this free kick for the Raiders. Blackman's got great length on his ball and a real heavy shot here. Blackman sends the ball up into the goal box area there, and it's headed out of bounds. Looks like that's, by the way, Prater is running to that ball. That looks like it's going to be a corner kick for the Raiders. Time winding down in the first half here. They go 2v1 with Prater and Ferrara. Ball's punched out by the goal by Seth Krasinski. Ball's sent back in by Blackman. Hits the face of number 7 there, Hunter Holmes. But eventually is cleared out. Ball gets sent back in. And that's going to be the first half. Hudson is up 2-0 on the Rice Lake Warriors. Goal by Drew Osterhuis with an assist from Prater, and a goal from Prater with an assist by Osterhuis. Hudson leads 2-0. They've switched ends, and Hudson's going to get ready to take the kickoff here. Referee checks to make sure both goalkeepers are ready, and Colton Prater knocks the ball back. Chase Blackman lifts the ball up and out, trying to get it to Dylan Ferrara. Looks like Dylan's playing up on top now. Sonny Vergara on the left side there, trying to maintain possession. Gets around one defender, then another, but then gets dispossessed there. And number 8, Brandon Hover, kicks that ball out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for the Hudson Raiders. You can see the light of day faded fast here, and well under the game here in the lights at night. Chase Blackman's going to take this throw-in for the Raiders, so you know that ball is going to be heading toward the box. Long throw by Blackman, headed backwards there. Goalkeeper Seth Krasinski grabs that ball. Punts it away. Better punt toward midfield. Number 9, Sam Schultz, comes on that ball and bodies the ball upfield for the Raiders. Ball gets knocked out of bounds by Rice Lake. Sean Mountain takes the throw in for Hudson to Vergara. Vergara knocks the ball out of bounds. It's going to be Rice Lake's throw. Ball's headed down. Sam Schultz has the ball for Hudson. Right-footed chip, crosses the fields there. Cole Little, number 6 there, has the ball for the Raiders. Trying to get it up to Osterhuis. And Rice Lake plays it off the shin of his own player. Osterhuis with the throw-in. Tries to get it up and over to Blackman there. Ball's headed by Rice Lake. Osterhuis with the ball, loses it. Left-footed out by the Rice Lake Warriors there, up to their left flank. And number 15, Alex Lean for the Raiders, is there. Sends it a crossover to Sean Mountain, number 13 for the Raiders. Mountain, good bit of ball handling with his feet there. And Vergara with the ball again. Vergara trying to get past that last defender. Vergara goes past the second player, gets a shot off with the right foot. Goes all the way across the goal face there. That's going to be a goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. Vergara had an opportunity there, and instead of shooting, put the ball across the goal face, hoping for a connection with the Hudson Raider to knock it in, but none was to be found, and the goal kick for the Warriors takes place here. Rice Lake with a couple touches, but then they send it up. Thought it was a turnover from Ferrara to the Rice Lake Warriors. Ferrara tries a slide tackle and misses. That time Sean Mountain slide tackles and gets the touch on it. Hudson's able to clear. Colton Prater putting pressure on the ball here. Rice Lake has the ball. That's number 11 for Rice Lake. Anthony Santana sends the ball in, and Jack Gallagher grabs that one. Jack with a punt, up and away. Ball bounces up toward Blackman there, number 5 for Hudson, who retrieves it, turns it, and just touches it over to his right side, trying to get the ball there to Colton Prater, but it was touched out of bounds by Rice Lake. Prater with a quick start, but finds nothing but Rice Lake Warriors in that area. Rice Lake's got the ball, starting to mount an attack there. Number 7 for the Warriors there again is Hunter Holmes. Hunter tries to get it to the midfield, and they do. Crosses the field to the right side there to Ian Pongratz. Pongratz trying to get the ball up to the right side. That's number 3, Caden Abbey again. Abbey trying to win the ball. Abbey slide tackles that ball away from Sean Mountain and knocks it out of bounds. That's going to be a Hudson Raider throw in. Sean Mountain hands the ball to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira taking the throw in for the Raiders. Ferreira told to go back by the referee, and he obeyed. Got back, took the throw in. Ball goes out of bounds off Rice Lake. It's going to be another throw in for the Hudson Raiders. Sam Schultz trying to get the ball out there to the left side to Vergara. Can't do it. Rice Lake intercepted. Hudson won it back temporarily. Now Dylan Ferreira, number 8, with the ball for Hudson. Cuts the ball back to his right side. Chips it out. Ball gets sent back in by Rice Lake. Foul on Rice Lake there, and Dylan Ferreira is going to be taking the free kick at the spot of the foul for Hudson. Respot that ball about 20 yards up further. Center ref points out to where the spot of the foul was. Ferreira flips the ball and lets it come to rest before taking the kick, and he does. Just a little push pass upfield there. He gets it to Sam Schultz. Sam Schultz tries to chip it over to John Mountain. Mountain gets it over to Griff Zacharias. Zacharias gets it up to the top center. Trying to get it to Blackman. Goes a little too far. Intercepted by Rice Lake. Sent back in by Hudson. Headed down by Oscar Hoos to chase Blackman. Rice Lake retrieves that ball. Sends it back up to their attacking forwards, but Colton Prater's right there pressuring the ball again. Sure like the way this kid plays. A lot of heart, a lot of hustle. Griffin Zacharias also on the ball. Ball gets sent upfield. Dylan Ferreira has the ball. He's going to calmly turn that around and does. Sends the ball out to Sean Mountain, who gets it back to Sam Schultz. Back to Mountain. Mountain going up the left side there. He's got a little bit of room, beats one defender. Ball goes out of bounds off Mountain, and it's going to be a Rice Lake throw-in. Dylan Ferrara trying to deke the defender into going the wrong way. It doesn't work as well as you'd hope, but the Hudson Raiders win the ball, get it back up on attack. You see 5 back for the Warriors, 3 up for the Raiders. Ball gets sent out of bounds. Number 21, that's Pongratz out there, sends the ball up to the right side, trying to start a counterattack for Rice Lake. Number 3 with the ball is Caden Abbey. Ball goes out of bounds off of Hudson. Caden Abbey will take the throw in here. I always wonder if the forward takes the throw, who's he going to throw it to upfield? And that's why he just handed the ball to his midfielder. So Pongratz, number 21, is going to take the throw. When I coached, I always wanted the defenders taking the ball and have as many players up into the offensive attack as you could. It's always a numbers thing. Rice Lake heading back to retrieve the ball, and again under pressure a little bit. They just banged the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a Hudson throw in the attacking third. Blackman takes the throw into Prater. Prater with the ball maneuvering to the right foot. Prater takes a shot. Goes in towards goal, but goes around to the left side and out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in for Rice Lake Warriors. Goalkeeper sends the ball back to number 12 there. Number 12 is Griffin Lorenz is going to be taking this goal kick. They're rotating players, I think, because their legs are getting tired taking so many goal kicks. So Lorenz pops one up high. Not quite to half. Rice Lake switches fields from left to right there. Goalkeeper Jack Gallagher comes out and drives that ball away. Goes out of bounds. Going to be a throw in for Rice Lake. Sean Mountain of Hudson sends the ball out of bounds. Going to be a Rice Lake Warrior throw in. Rice Lake with the ball. Sent in by Brandon Hover. Ball goes out of bounds to the right side of the goal. Jack Gallagher gets a ball thrown in by the ball kids. And Gallagher sends the ball over to Dylan Ferrara, who's going to take the goal kick here. Ball crosses midfield. Santi Vergara sends the ball a little too far up to the center there. Number 11 for Rice Lake, Anthony Santana, sends the ball out to the side. Vergara with the ball back. Chips the ball with the right foot up this time to Chase Blackman. Blackman does get the ball, sends it back to the outside again, and Rice Lake clears the ball up the field. Rice Lake trying to send the ball down the flank. Dylan Ferreira is there for Hudson. He sends the ball back over to Alex Lean. Lean sends the ball outside to Cole Little, number 6. Little chips it back to the center to Sam Schultz. Sam Schultz has the ball there, dribbles toward midfield, sends the ball up into the left flank to Colton Prater. Colton Prater, number 2, dribbles the ball in, chips it up into the area of Chase Blackman. The defender shields that ball there. That was number 15, Austin Villalpando, shielding the ball so Seth Krasinski could grab it for Rice Lake. They send the ball upfield. Cole Little sends it to Dylan. Dylan does a nice little sharp turn there with the foot. Gets it over to Griff Zacharias. Zacharias gets it out to the left side to Sean Mountain. Sean Mountain sends the ball up to the left flank to Colton Prater. Prater dribbling the ball. Splits defenders there. Sends a nice ball to Santi Vergara. Santi dribbles in. Crosses it to the middle. Blackman was in the area there. Zacharias sends it back. Prater had the ball momentarily. Santi has the ball, turns and evades the players. Sean Mountain sends the ball in. It's headed back out by Rice Lake. Rice Lake now has control. Number 7 for Rice Lake dribbling with the ball is Hunter Holmes. Hunter trying to get the ball upfield and trying to get it out there to number 9, Zach Buckley. Buckley sends the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in. Dylan Ferrer, number 8, is going to take the throw for the Hudson Raiders. Ferrera's throw-in's intercepted by Rice Lake. They control the ball temporarily. Jack Gallagher comes and gets it. Good directions by Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira sends the ball over to Alex Lean and Nicole Little. Little with the ball, right foot driven up top. Intercepted with a header by Rice Lake. Griff Zacharias gets the ball to Colton Prater. Prater with the bright blue shoes sends the ball up onto the top there to Drew Osterhaus. Osterhaus is offsides according to the referee. They're going to give a free kick at the spot of the offsides. And Rice Lake will take this free kick. It's number 12 for the Warriors. Griffin Lorenz is going to take this free kick. Griffin Lorenz with the kick. Good length on it. Flicked up on top. And under pressure, Alex Lean just knocks the ball out of bounds. You'd like to see Lean maintain his composure there and just turn that ball. Sole roll and a quick turn back lets that Rice Lake Warrior blow past him as you start your counterattack, but wasn't able to do it there. Just knocked it out of bounds under pressure. It's number 7, Hunter Holmes, taking the throw in there. Gets it out to number 9, Zach Buckley. Buckley back to Holmes. Holmes with the ball along the end line there. Slide tackle touched out by Alex Lean. It's going to be a corner for the Rice Lake Warriors. First corner given up today. Again, Lean, young defender. Alex is a junior anyway, not too young, but instead of just knocking that ball out the end line again, you'd rather see him be able to turn that ball calmly like Dylan Ferrero would. Taking the corner for Rice Lake is Anthony Santana. Lifts it up and in with the left footer toward the box. Jack Gallagher is there. Hudson gets it away. Hudson gets the ball to Colton Prater, who sends it upfield there. Chase Blackman trying to win that ball. Still down by the top of the box. And Jack Gallagher tries to grab the ball but boots it. Now has to use his feet to get it out to the defenders there. Again, Jack Gallagher going to have to tighten up on some of those techniques when you play the teams like Memorial and better. Rice Lake with the ball yet under control here, trying to put some pressure on Hudson. They get the ball back up to the top. Number 3 is Caden Abbey, that is. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Caden Abbey's going to pick up the ball here to make the throw in, I believe. Throws the ball to another teammate there. That's 21 Pongratz, Ian Pongratz. It's going to take that throw in. Pongratz steps up on the track there, comes down into the grass to make the throw, does toward the box area there. Flicked on by the header. Santi Vergara trying to clear it out. Rice Lake still has control of the ball right now. Chips it up toward the goal box again there. It's headed down again. Rice Lake with the ball on the top of the box. Vergara from Hudson trying to get it out, but it's headed back in by Rice Lake with another header kept in. Ferrara tries to send the ball with the left foot. Chase Blackman trying to run it down. Does get a nice touch there. Drew Osterhaus coming in, top of the box, gets a shot off the shin, number 12. Now that ball went off of Griffin Lorenz. Let's see if the ref saw it the same way, because that should be a corner kick for the Hudson Raiders, but they aren't calling that, are they? That clearly went off the shin of the Rice Lake Warrior there.
Number 18,
deflected out of bounds to the right side of the goal. Not seen by the referee, so they're going to say it went out the end line off the kick from Osterhaus. Ball's headed up by Hudson, trying to get it into the midfield there. Some new Raiders in. Number 4, Thomas Larea is in. Sends the ball up towards Zach Biederman, number 18, playing in a center forward spot for the Raiders right now. It's going to be a throw in for Hudson. Santi Vergara takes the ball for the throw. Action here, folks. Going to be a throw in for the Hudson Raiders. Number 2, Colton Prater with the ball. Gets it to Griff Zacharias. Zacharias gets it to the middle there. It's a left-footed shot that goes beside the goal there. Good goal kick for the Warriors. Seth Krasinski with the goal kick. Prater with the ball in the midfield, sends it out to his left. Sean Mountain gets it back, tries to get it to Prater, and does. Prater with a little pushing and shoving there with the Warriors, maintains good possession. Puts his back to the Warrior, maintains possession there, but it goes to Rice Lake. Rice Lake gets a touch out towards Zach Mountain. They're going to call Prater for that full extension on the arm to push 21, Ian Pongratz, down to the ground. Lake burning clock here, which is good for Hudson. Finally gets the free kick up and out. Flick header gathered in by Jack Gallagher of Hudson.
Like a little more just a general observation.
Pumps the ball away. One bounce goes past the center line. Number 8 is Brandon Hover. Sends the ball up to the right side there. Dillon's going to have the ball. Flicks it out over to Mountain. Mountain gets it to Zacharias. Zacharias tries to give a nice give and go ball there. Santi Vergara has the ball on that left side. Touched by Rice Lake to the outside. It's going to be another Hudson throw. Coaching staff for Hudson along with trainer Mike Renfro of Catalyst there on the side. Throw in for the Raiders to Vergara, back to Mountain, chipped up back on top, trying to get it to Colton Prater, and does. Prater tries to beat one Warrior, tries to beat a second Warrior, and passes it back to Vergara. Vergara with a right-footed shot in toward the goal, tipped up and over. That should be, maybe it wasn't touched, so it's going to be a goal kick. I thought the goalie might have got a finger on it as he flicked the ball up. Rice Lake taking the goal kick here. Headed by Griffin Zacharias. Waiting for substitutions here on the field, folks.
In for the Hudson Raiders, number 20, Anders Beyer, Tristan Beyer, that one.
Sean Mountain with the throw, takes it. Santi Vergara gets past one Warrior, can't get past the next. They knock the ball out of bounds, going to be thrown for Hudson. Prater takes the ball. That was a marginal throw, didn't go behind the head. Sometimes they call it, sometimes they don't. Seems silly, but they often call it. Rice Lake is trying to get the ball cleared, but can't. Lorea touches the ball over to Quinn Zacharias. Comes back past Lorea over to Blackman. Blackman gets the ball chipped toward into the box there. Rice Lake trying to clear that ball out and finally does. Prater on top of the box, a little chip to Vergara. Vergara with the ball. Hudson's throw. Vergara tosses the ball in, gets it out to Sean Mountain. Mountain tries to cut it back and does to Prater. Prater tries a little chip. Top of the box area, goes all the way across and out. That's going to be another goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. A lot of action here right now, folks. Throw in by Hudson. Vergara with the ball back. Dillon gets the ball, tries to fakes like he's going back to the goalkeeper. Nice heel touch back and makes a good turn. Here Alex Lean gets it out to Chase Blackman. Blackman with a nice touch to evade one defender. Tries to get it up to Colton Prater and does. Prater in the middle. Dangerous player gets the ball, hits the back of the Hudson player. And that's number 20 for Hudson. Tristan Byers back in the game here. Beyer gets taken down with a slide tackle by Rice Lake. They're going to call a foul there on the slide tackle. I believe Santi gets to put that ball down. Rice Lake going to form a wall here. Referee asking for the customary 10-yard spacing there. Prater getting the ball into the middle to Blackman, but that's busted up by Rice Lake Warriors, who send the ball upfield. Long ball sent up to the right flank, but nobody from Rice Lake's going to be anywhere near that. So Lean sends the ball to Dylan Ferreira. Dylan calmly passes it out to Chase Blackman on the right midfield area. Blackman trying to get the ball up and does. Number 18, that's Biederman. Biederman sends the ball in for Hudson to Griff Zacharias. Zacharias gets the ball over toward Colton Prater. Prater with the ball, centered on the box. Here's Blackman, see if he can hit a heavy-footed ball in. Oh, that ball is chipped in, and Vergara was in the right place. All he needed to do is get a body on that and let his momentum carry that ball into the net. Can't quite do it, and the score remains 2-0 Hudson Raiders here, midway through the second half. Blackman competing for the ball there. Ball goes out of bounds, just thrown forward by the Rice Lake Warriors. Alex Lean just knocks it out of bounds again with the slightest pressure. Again, Lean's going to have to learn to be able to turn that ball even under pressure. But Rice Lake, number 7, is Hunter Holmes with the ball, drying it off for a better throw-in. See how he does. Hunter Holmes with the ball for Rice Lake, throws the ball down to the feet of number 23, Logan Severson. Severson gets the ball to Buckley. Buckley gets the ball back to Logan. Ball tries a header by Rice Lake there. Not a good enough directional header. Ball just flailed to the right side of the net and out the end line. Going to be a goal kick for the Hudson Raiders. Not a great combination play from that pass into the header there. Mishit header. Blackman going to take the goal kick for the Raiders. Probably the longest leg on the team is Chase Blackman. Here comes the kick. And you can see just short of half there. Prater with the ball, sends the ball to the outside flank. Sean Mountain with the ball, sends the ball upfield to the left-hand side there. Vergara with the ball on the left, trying to get it in. Chips the ball in toward the box area. There's a number 18 Biederman for Hudson. Was right there, and good position. Good ball sent in by Vergara. Ferreras chips the ball out to Blackman. Blackman dances a little bit, turns around, sends it back to the defender there. Alex Lean. Ball gets kicked out of bounds by Rice Lake. Colton Prater for the Raiders is going to pick that up and throw it in. Marginal throw in there. Got to get that ball behind the head. Chase Blackman tries to send the ball in. It goes wide right. Substitutions coming in for the teams right now. Rice Lake's throw in here. Rice Lake with 2-3 touches in a row. That's been an anomaly for this game. They just don't have the foot skills to maintain the composure and possession of the ball. Fairly aggressive play, but they just don't have the foot skills to maintain possession like Hudson does. A few other players are a little bit better. Number 3 there, again, Caden Abbey from Rice Lake does a good job up on top. Brandon Hover here, good job shielding the ball, takes the throw as it goes out of bounds. Number 6, Jacob Tomish, tried to maintain control. Hudson wins that play, sends the ball up onto the top there. Tristan Byer gets tangled up with the Rice Lake Warrior, number 12. Again, that's Griffin Lorenz for Rice Lake. Number 7 for Rice Lake, Hunter Holmes with the ball now. Holmes trying to get past one defender and does, slide tackle by Hudson. I'm surprised they didn't call that. I guess they are. That might even be a yellow card there. Not just a warning from the referee to Alex Lean there, who slid underneath him. It looks like Hudson had 2 players slide tackling. It looked a little bit like a scissors action on the Rice Lake Warrior, and therefore getting the free kick after the referee called the foul. So another opportunity, probably 40 yards away here from the goal. Number 8 for Rice Lake is going to be Brandon Hover. Let's see if Brandon can get it anywhere near the goal. He just chips it up to the right side of the box, headed by Rice Lake, but goes out of bounds out the end line, well off the right side of the box there. Not a great effort on a potential goal-scoring opportunity with a free kick there for Rice Lake. Blackman slowly, understanding clock management with a 2-0 lead, sets the ball down for the goal kick here for the Hudson Raiders.
Drew Osterhus.
Certainly
number
expect
9,
the way Hudson
Sam
dominates
Schultz.
play here that this game could be 4 or 5 goals for Hudson, but they've only connected on 2. One from Osterhuus, one from Prater, with assists from the others. Zacharias with the ball back to Ferreira. Ferreira sends the ball wide to Blackman. Blackman sends a long ball up on top to Santi Vergara. Vergara with the ball with help up on top. Got Colton Prater to the left. Griffin Zacharias on the right. Prater with the ball out on the left flank there. Prater trying to maneuver, gets the ball into number 9, Sam Schultz. Sam Schultz has an opportunity for a shot and sends it to the right of the goal. It's going to be a goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. Seth Krasinski taking the goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors here. Late into the game here, Rice Lake takes the goal kick. Very short again. Pressure put on by the Raiders. Vergara there on number 12. That's Griffin Lorenz for Rice Lake. Oh, that looked like a foul against Rice Lake there, but not called. Maybe it was just a slip by Hudson. Ball gets sent up into the attacking third. Number 7 for Rice Lake is Hunter Holmes with the ball. Slips and falls with the ball. Alex Lean gets a touch. Hunter Holmes wins it back. And they're calling a foul on Hunter Holmes, and Hudson will take the free kick. Chase Blackman sends it over to Colton Prater. And back to Blackman, over to Alex Lean, playing in a center defensive position, over to Dylan Ferreira. Dylan gets it up to Sam Schultz. Sam wins the ball back, trying to get through a Rice Lake Warrior, finally does. Gets the ball up to Griff Zacharias. Zacharias getting it up to Santi Vergara. Vergara on the left side. Again, Vergara's just got to do a little better job with the ball handling there and keep that ball close. Ball ran out of bounds. Going to be a goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors.
Subbing in for Rice Lake, number 4, Michael Beal, and number 5,
Not a lot of time
Isaac
left in this
Schuler.
game, folks. Rice Lake taking the goal kick here. Going to be number 12, Lorenz, Griffin Lorenz for Rice Lake. Good ball up toward midfield there. Rice Lake does maintain possession. They get another chip up on top. A little too far, goes to Dylan Ferreira. Dylan does a nice turn there. That's what I mean by under pressure. You should be able to turn that ball. Ball gets over to Blackman. Blackman sends a right-footed ball up to the forwards area of Hudson. Not to be controlled by Hudson, unfortunately. Rice Lake has the ball temporarily. Rice Lake gets the ball out to the right flank there. Number 3 is Caden Abbey has the ball. Sean Mountain plays it off the Rice Lake Warrior and then sends it up to the left side for the Raiders. Santi Vergara gets a touch into the center forward spot area there. Biederman with the ball. Called for the foul. Number 18, Zach Biederman's a senior player for the Hudson Raiders, and Rice Lake's going to take this. Boy, man, they're taking a lot of advantage of where that foul was committed. Rice Lake with the free kick here. Griffin Lorenz takes the kick, sends it up near the top of the box on the Hudson defensive third. Osterhaus wins the ball there, taps it back to Colton Prater. Colton turns around with the ball, sends it to the middle. Kind of a weak ball there to Griff Zacharias, but no Warriors contesting. Zacharias sends the ball out to the left side to Sam Schultz. Sam with a left-footed chip, trying to get it up and in. It's headed out by the Warriors there. Ball goes back to Blackman. Blackman has the ball right now for Hudson. Left-footed little chip shot, trying to get it through to Vergara, intercepted by Rice Lake, but back to Vergara. Santi with the ball right now. Weak enough ball, it was intercepted by Rice Lake, but then Sam Schultz won it back. Vergara there with the ball temporarily, but Rice Lake intercepts that, dispossesses, and they start their counterattack. Good challenge by Hudson to win that ball. It rolls out to Chase Blackman on the right there. He tries to send it up to the right flank and does. And that's Zach Biederman. Zach Biederman over to Colton Prater, but the ball goes awry, and Rice Lake intercepts, sends the ball upfield. Number 3 is Caden Abbey for Rice Lake with that ball on the right side. He's played a tough physical game here. Tries to get the ball up to teammate Buckley. Oh, Buckley throws a hip into Sean Mountain there and rolls him. An egregious foul there. Mountain down just a little bit here with a bad ankle. Or at least he's grabbing the ankle, I should say. The referee calls timeout here to have athletic trainer and probably coach come in. Mountain with a bad ankle there. Mike Renfro, athletic trainer for Catalyst Sports Medicine, comes out to tend to him there as he gets a little help from Dylan Ferreira and Mike. He's walking on his own now, should be able to walk that off, and he'll be seen by Mike over at the training table there, and hopefully he's okay. Subbing in for Hudson, we see Ferreira there. Let's see who else comes in as a left back to assist Dylan Ferreira in the back line there for Hudson. Last few minutes of the game here, folks. It's 2-0 Hudson Raiders here on a drizzly, cold afternoon. Here's number 6 for Hudson is Cole Little again playing in the back along with Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira sends the ball up. Vergara has a touch. Cole Prater with the ball now. Nice little chip to the center there. Trying to get it to Osterhuus in the middle, but can't quite get that there again. Chase Blackman sends the ball up to Santi Vergara. Vergara tries to chip that ball over to the right side there. Biederman was not in a position to receive it there. Ball goes out of bounds off Rice Lake, and Hudson's going to take this throw. Blackman with the throw. Short throw this time over to Griff Zacharias. Blackman with the ball now. Blackman gets the ball to the center there to Sam Schultz, number 9. Schultz gets the ball out to the left flank there, and that's number 6, Cole Little. Little trying to lift the ball in, but the ball's headed out by number 12, Griffin Lorenz for Rice Lake. Ball goes out the end line again. That should be a corner for Hudson, and it is. Just see the dejection in the Rice Lake players as their heads are down. I think they're hoping this game will get over soon. Colton Prater, understanding clock management again, is not hustling to a ball with the last few minutes of the game, and slowly walks over there. Dylan Ferreira walking over, and they're going to go 2v1. Ferreira to Colton Prater. Prater walks the ball a few steps and then lifts it up into the goal box there. Chase Blackman with the ball, sets it up, tees it up, lifts the ball into the goal box area, punched out by the goalkeeper. Ball comes down, it's headed out by Rice Lake. Sam Schultz chips another ball in left-footed, headed out again. Hudson, there's Dylan Ferreira with a right-footed shot. Oh, it's tipped up and over the goal there. That should be another corner for the Hudson Raiders. Good shot by Ferreira from deep. Almost had his first goal here. Going to be another corner. I'm guessing Ferreira and Colton Prater will both go short, 2v1. And they do. Ferreira with the ball over to Prater. A little casual there. Prater with a heel tap back. Ferreira with the ball, sends it on to Prater. Prater gets a shot. Stopped by the goalkeeper there. Chipped in by number 9, Sam Schultz, but out of bounds. Off of the Rice Lake Warriors again. It's going to be another corner kick for Hudson. Hudson's had 6 or 8, in fact probably 8 or 10 corners on the night tonight. Prater taking this one. This one they may go deep in. Let's see if Prater chips this ball in. Ferreira's in the box there. Ball is lofted up into the goal box area. They're headed down. Oh, that's a clear handball by Rice Lake. I can't believe they didn't call that. Rice Lake defender clearly punched the ball away from the goal with his hand. And they did call that, folks. Okay, stoppage of play here. Dylan standing up around the spot there along with Biederman, number 18. That should be a PK for Hudson. In fact, the reality is it should be a red card and a 2-game suspension for the defender for Rice Lake. The rule is anytime you stop an obvious goal-scoring opportunity with a handball, the issuance of a red card with a 2-game suspension and a PK is the proper call. And in the girls, in the games I coach, it happened twice this year, and both times they did the same thing. They awarded the PK, but they did not issue the 2-game suspension. Dylan Ferreira with the penalty kick against Rice Lake. Seth Krasinski, and Dylan easily scores on a low ball to the right side there. And 82-13 mark with just 7 minutes left to go in the game. Hudson has its 3rd goal of the game and a 3-0 score right now. More like what I thought, with all the pressure Hudson's applied during this game. It could easily have been 4 or 5-0 too, but 3-0 is a good score. Hudson will take that right now in the first Big Rivers Conference game of the year at home. And 3-0 with 7 minutes to go in the game. Let's see if Hudson can put another tally on the board before the final gun sounds. Rice Lake with the ball, sends it up to the right flank there. Rice Lake's problem is they just can't maintain possession. There's the shot from Rice Lake. Jack Gallagher struggled fielding that ball. Went right through his hands and off to the outside. That's going to be a corner kick for Rice Lake. Might be some nerves with Jack here in the first Big Rivers Conference game of the year. Here's Rice Lake for their second corner of the game. That's Caden Abbey. He's going to take this corner kick. Chips the ball up into the goal box area there. Tries to be headed by Rice Lake. Dylan Ferreira had the first head, and then it's cleared out by Hudson. Santi Vergara with the ball up on top. Let's see if he can get by. He does with his speed there. Santi's got the ball coming in on goal. Slide tackle by Rice Lake away from Santi. Good bit of defending by Rice Lake here by number 12. Santi with the ball back. Santi with the chipped ball in, but it goes behind the netting and the post, and that's going to be a goal kick. A good bit of defending there by Griffin Lorenz of Rice Lake on Santi Vergara. That was well played on both sides there at different times. And ultimately the ball is chipped up into the top of the net, and it's going to be a goal kick for Rice Lake.
And number 4, Thomas Lariah.
A little over 6 minutes to go in this game. 3-0 lead by the Hudson Raiders over the Rice Lake Warriors. Seth Krasinski, senior goalkeeper for the Rice Lake, or junior goalkeeper for the Rice Lake Warriors, kicks the ball away on the goal kick. Sam Schultz touches, loses possession there. Number 1 in for Hudson, Luke Johnson, sophomore Luke Johnson, a young kid with a promising future for the Hudson Raiders. There's Colton Prater, young freshman. Little Master Prater did a great job winning that ball back. A little bit of hand fighting, a little bit of body influence there, and Colton Prater won the ball, gets the ball back out there. Trying to get the ball up to Ferreira. Ferreira with the ball up on top. Ferreira sends the ball over to the right flank there to Chase Blackman. Blackman chips the ball in toward Osterhuus. Osterhuus can't handle it. Number 6 is Cole Little there. Cole Little sends the ball in up on top. Ferreira with a touch on that ball. I think it was Ferreira or Drew Osterhuus won him. I think it was Ferreira got the touch on that in the shot. Goalkeeper Seth Krasinski grabs that ball and punts it away. Blackman chasing the ball down here, along with number 15, Alex Lean. Blackman gets the ball. He's going to take the throw. Gets it to Prater. Prater loses that ball. Rice Lake chips it forward there. Alex Lean back on D. Alex uses the defender, lets him bang it out of bounds, and we'll waste a little time, and then we'll go get that ball. Number 5, Blackman with a bigger, stronger kid going to take this throw. He drops it. Maybe substitutions here in the last few minutes of the game.
In for Hudson, number 19,
Osterhuus
Gavin
is going to
Jacobson.
take this throw for the Raiders. Number 19 coming in for Hudson's Gavin Jacobson. Gavin, the brother of Bradley Jacobson, that was one of Hudson's stars last year, did a great job for the Raiders. Gavin's toughness and speed hopefully is something he gleaned from his brother Bradley from last year. We'll see how that goes. Ball goes out to the left side there. Cole Little with the ball, sends it up with his right foot. It's number 4 for Hudson again is Thomas Larea. Or Laria, sorry, don't know the pronunciation there. Colton Prater with the ball for the Raiders. Flicks it to the left side there to Cole Little. Little with the ball. Tries to put a shot on goal there and does. Puts it on goalkeeper Seth Krasinski. And Krasinski bounces it down and picks the ball up on the rebound. Number 5, Isaac Schuler for Rice Lake back in the vicinity there to help him out. Hudson trying to work the ball into the goal box area. Can't quite get it in there. Liberal substitutions for Coach Solom. Number 6 for Hudson right now. Cole Little is going to set that ball down, and Osterhus is going to pick it up and take that throw in again. See Griff Zacharias there, captain number 11. Walking across the screen, Gavin Jacobson. Osterhus with the throw into the box area there. It's headed out by Rice Lake. Sam Schultz with the ball here. Pulls it back with a sole roll in the right foot, but goes right to 23, Logan Severson of Rice Lake. He gets it to Abbey. Caden Abbey has the ball right now. Trying to fight for the ball here. A lot of clutching and grabbing there, folks. Looks like a Sadie Hawkins dance for freshman and sophomore high school. Rice Lake with the free kick here. Closing minutes of the game here. Hudson's up 3-0 versus Rice Lake. Caden Abbey drops the ball down, sends it up with a right leg, gets it up on top to number 7, Hunter Holmes. Hudson trying to clear the ball out of the area, and does. Sam Schultz with the ball, taking on Logan Severson right now. Logan Severson with the ball against Schultz. Back to number 7, Hunter Holmes. Holmes back to Severson. Severson crosses fields here to number 9, Zach Buckley. Buckley still with the ball there, has it on his left foot, sends it back to his midfielder there, number 4, Michael Burley. Burley tries to send it up. It's touched by Lucas Johnson. Drew Osterhaus misses a touch there. You can see him laughing a little bit, embarrassed. But
1 minute remaining.
Hard to hit a moving ball sometimes. Sam Schultz sends the ball up, and it's intercepted by Rice Lake. They cross, try to switch fields there, try to get it to the from the center forward to the right forward type position, but can't quite get it there. Caden Abbey, nice evasive maneuver, turns the ball, tries to get it upfield. Rice Lake just can't maneuver the ball in a position to get a quality scoring opportunity. They've had a couple what I would say are opportunities, but I think I would admit that those are self-induced opportunities by some poor decision-making back on defense and in the goal spot on a couple of them. Hudson should not have had any pressure at all tonight, but they created a couple opportunities for Rice Lake on some missed touches and
10,
miscommunication.
9,
So
8, 7,
Seth Krasinski
6,
sends the ball for Rice
5,
Lake back to the midfield
4,
there, headed down
3,
by Hudson
2,
Quinn, or
1.
Griffin
And that's the
Zacharias.
game.
Touches the ball, and ladies and gentlemen, after 90 minutes, the score is going to finalize at 3-0 for the Hudson Raiders on goals by Osterhus, Prater, and Dylan Ferreira. The assists on the night were from Mr. Colton Prater to Osterhus, and the second one is Osterhus to Mr. Prater. And then the third goal unassisted was a penalty kick by Dylan Ferreira. Hudson wins the game 3-0. This is John Knutson signing off for the Hudson Raiders. Have a great night.